All right, says we're live. If you guys can hear me, please let me know. We'll get this started. I do apologize for being very late. I guess I don't really have a great explanation for it. I did have to fix my green screen. Maybe that's good enough. But anyway, we are here. Last live stream of the season. I will miss you all. Still be doing the videos, but of course, NFL content in full swing, NFL season in full swing, and of course, a lot to be excited about. But I think they're giving us a very good slate for our last live stream of the season. I love the way this slate sets up, especially for DraftKings. I mean, it's just the pick of the litter of the dominators, and you get these cheaper PD plays. You have some nice pivots off of them. I think it's going to be very, very, very fun. But what's up, everybody? Let me make sure I get everything situated here. And let's see, locks at 6 on FanDuel. I think it's just a little bit later on DraftKings. It's going to be a very long night, very long race. I'm sure there will be attrition of some sort. This is a track that will eat up some cars. I mean, tire wear is definitely, tire management is very important here. The guys that manage their tires the best tends to be the ones that contend for the wins. And who are the best at that? Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, these kind of guys. And they are contenders. They've won here in recent memory. Obviously, Denny Hamlin being our most recent winner. And Ryan Blaney, someone that's been really, really good in the long runs this year at tire wear tracks. He should have won this race in the spring. And as we all know, a double strike of terrorism from Kyle Larson in that race killed me twice, because I played a lot of Kyle Larson. He wrecks his car at the very beginning, and then he comes back out. He's like 100 laps down, and then he makes it where Ryan Blaney can't win the race. So absolutely sucked. Now, I do have to mention one thing. I did mention the website. I believe last week I kind of soft launched it today. So I put a link in the pinned comment here. And I currently have NASCAR completely open to the public. I would appreciate if you did make an account so I can at least have some data to work with there. But NASCAR is completely free now. Again, it's soft launching and it's free to use. I don't know what the servers are going to be like. So this is really just a trial test for me. So, I mean, there's no downside to you just going to check it out, because you can make an account, and NASCAR is completely free. You can use the optimizer, everything on here. And I will show you guys a bit of a preview here. I'm still finalizing the NFL rollout, and then I know MLB's almost over, but I will have that on here. But I do want to show you guys a couple of things. Anything, I think it's pretty cool. So head over to NASCAR here. We have the data tabs like we do for the spreadsheet, but I know some of you probably like the colors. That's what we have right now. We have the DFS projections. Everything's exportable to a CSV. The betting sims, which we have a lot of cool stuff here. Just the fair market odds. Like I said, exportable. Betting dashboard. The driver head-to-head tool. So if we want to look at, say, Brad Keselowski or Austin Dillon versus Austin Cindric today, we have the fair odds there. We have the betting distribution or finished distribution for each driver. If you click on it, just very cool stuff on here. And then, of course, other stuff. All this. And then one more thing, just to annoy you guys as I keep going. Do the optimizer here, min-max rules. You can set groups, boost the projections, and exportable to DraftKings or FanDuel. We'll be having that for NFL coming very soon. Very excited for all this. I thought I'd show you guys lots of fun stuff, but I will get into our questions now. But I had to give you guys a heads up of what we have going on there. So I'm going to come and check it out. All right. So I got a dono here from CGen, but I do not see it anymore for some reason. I have no idea where it went. I do apologize, CGen. It's not there anymore. Just know it's noted, but not sure what happened. Usually you do ask me about the dominators. I think today, assuming that was your question, you're going to want at least 2. And I would set a dom group up personally. It's pretty much the likely guys you'd expect. Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney. I don't really love Bell as a dominator today. I mean, I would throw him in the pool, but I don't expect him to be one. Tyler Reddick, Briscoe, and I think you can kind of sneak in Barry and Bo Wallace, but similar to Christopher Bell, I think they're more second tier type dominators. But you're going to want at least 2 today, and if you can jam that to 3, I obviously don't hate going that route. I got a donut from Pebcac. Appreciate that, sir. Says 2 questions. What sheet did I get and anyone to the back? I think I gave you the D sheet, Pebcac, so plan accordingly. And as far as I saw, let me check, Bob. I was obviously a little busy right before I got on the stream. I was about 15 minutes late. And I do need to get out of here at least by 5:45 because I got to finalize my FanDuel lineups. Let me check Bob here, make sure I did not miss anything from earlier. I'm seeing a lot of IndyCar spam, so that's just absolutely fantastic. I really do miss when Bob used to do his cup job. This taser. Long gone, unfortunately. I mean, we're at the Southern 500. All right, Dustin Long has not tweeted anything for a couple of hours. And really since yesterday, so I haven't not really seeing anything as of right now. But if you guys see anything, let me know, because I can't be 5 places at once. But do appreciate the donut, sir. And good luck to you and Sean in the Southern Sunset. I know Sean has, 10 entries to that. I think you're pretty close, so hopefully one of you can take it down for us. Or anybody else that's in the chat that it happens to be in that contest. What's up, Scott? Final live stream. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Darren says Blaney, Gregson, or Larson and Dinger. That is a great question. I think Blaney and Gregson's the more safer route, but I do like the Larson Dominator appeal today. And AJ Allmendinger's going to have lower ownership. So if you're at a GPP, hunting lower ownership, I'll go with the AJ Allmendinger route. Philly says free optimizer. I mean, for right now, of course, it's not going to be in the future. But like I said, I don't know what the server is like right now. So this is just a test for me to know what kind of power we need for that. But from all day so far, we haven't had any issues. But I just don't know right now. What's up, John? I want top 10 prediction for a long shot. Can we count Dinger as a long shot? I mean, I think he'll be decent today. I don't know if it's long enough for you. It's not Daytona. Daytona was anybody can get a top 10. Justin Haley. I mean, Justin Haley was, I think, the highest scoring driver at Daytona last weekend, which my highest owned driver, which is great. Unfortunately, I was doing really, really well last week. And then I think with 10 laps to go, BJ just hits the wall for no reason. So I had a lot of BJ. So that was unfortunate. But I got a lot of comments after the video. Some of you had some really nice takedowns. So congrats if that's you listening. Favorite GPP plays on DK at $6,000 and under. Ooh. Well, if we're counting AJ Allmendinger, I really like him today. I mean, Stenhouse is chalky. Nemechek. I mean, I guess the tournament plays here are basically these three. Because Gregson and Stenhouse should have quite a bit of ownership in the back. So really, that's the only other three I'm too interested in, to be honest. Yeah, the over definitely hit Astro. Definitely hit the over. And yeah, the email, it's a bug. Of course, there's going to be bugs right away. That's what I want to test. It sends you to a dead page after you verify. It still works. You just have to back out of that. Jack says, Dinger top. I guess we had the same idea there, Jack. Is everyone's lineup starting with Keselowski? Basically, I have him currently projected to be the highest owned driver on the slate. I mean, I think Denny Hamlin's going to be pretty close, but yeah, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and then another top tier dominator, whether that's Kyle Larson, William Byron, Ryan Blaney. Definitely going to be very chalky on this slate. In addition to Alex Bowman, will be up there as well. Jet says, DKGBP, how much is too much Hamlin, Larson, and Reddick? Yeah, those are guys I am 100% building around because you need those dominator points today. Also, my projections really like Reddick, that price point. I think he has pretty similar upside to the likes of, say, Kyle Larson. Almost $1,000 discount. Of course, I have Larson projected better, but once you factor in the price tag, definitely someone I'm getting quite a bit to. So I don't mind just really being very heavy on them. I don't know if there's an exact number that I can say is too much. It really depends on how much aggressive you're going to be. But if you're being very aggressive, having them all right around 60-70%, if those are your dominators that you truly believe in, I'm fine with that. McDowell top 10. He's had some decent runs at Darlington. I've talked about it in the video, but a few of these guys down low that are pretty cheap do have some decent finishes here. Justin Haley has 3 top 10s. Todd Gillen, not too bad. 4 top 15s. 3 top 10s for Michael McDowell. I mean, a few of these guys have shown the ability to run. At least, well, maybe not run, but finish pretty decent at Darlington. Philly says Hamlin's only starting to get good at this track recently. Plus, he likes to F up every time he is chalk. Not for being single lineups. I mean, I don't know. Denny Hamlin always been pretty good at these tire wear tracks. Now, a lot of these Darlington numbers for all these drivers, they've had quite a bit of issues. So if you're looking at their overall numbers, they're actually pretty low compared to where you expect. Like if you're looking at the best average finishes, I mean, the best is at 9.1. Typically, we see somebody a little bit closer to at least 5, if not better. But Darlington's been a track that's eaten up some of these top tier drivers for sure. So the consistency maybe is not always completely there, but main dominators here in next gen: Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick. And I would be very shocked if we don't see a similar situation today. Larson, Byron, Keselowski start for me. I got no issues with that. No issues. I mean, Keselowski he's gonna be high owned, but man, he's a very good spot. I mean, this is a very good track for him. And starting in 32nd, it's really hard to avoid $7,600. Now, of course, there is pivots. I did not play 100% Brett Keselowski by any means. I got to some Carson Osavar, Ryan Preece, Ty Gibbs was actually someone that popped really well for me in my optimizer in Sims. So I got to him quite a bit, $1,600, $7,200 on FanDuel. Just kind of a guy that can ride around the top 15 with some top 10 upside. I know the downside has been very heavy with him this year, but hasn't been too bad at Darlington. How do I feel about Elliott and cash on FanDuel today? I'm fine with him for cash. It's not my first choice. I kind of prioritize going Blaney and Byron in my main on FanDuel. I know it doesn't have Larson or Hamlin, but the lap slide aren't as important there. I think we kind of make up for that with top 5 runs starting outside the top 10. But Elliott did not make my optimal, but I understand it starting in 21st. It's just mine went a little bit heavier, like I said, on Blaney and Byron, and then it went down to, say, like Keselowski, Bowman, Bubba Wallace, those kind of drivers. But I do think he's a better FanDuel play than DraftKings. Like, I think the upside for Chase Elliott is very similar to, say, Alex Bowman or Brett Keselowski, and they're $2,000 cheaper. So it just feels kind of weird to pay for Elliott because I don't think he's going to dominate starting in 21st. Good score. Can you cash with Elliott today? Yeah, sure, but I mean, I'm talking like hunting, just in the optimal sense. Any weather updates? I haven't seen any. Do we have a weather concern? I certainly hope not. Yeah, as far as I see, Darlington looks 0% chance of rain, so we're good. Don't scare me like that. Anyone on Zane? Yeah, Zane's actually... I've noticed that a few of these tire wear races, he's actually put up some decent results. Now, whether that's a bit noisy due to some chaos or cautions that put him in a better spot than he was in, that's a little TBT, but there's worse cheap plays than Zane. Like, I'd rather play Zane over... I'd rather play him over Austin Dillon, Suarez, those types. Wouldn't rather play him over like a Ty Gibbs, but that's a little bit more expensive. Happy race day, grade A. Hope the new wife is well. She absolutely is. One more FanDuel 20 max before the NFL starts. Trying to get some more satellites for the Millie contest. Favorite plays on FanDuel for under $7,000. Let me sort this by FanDuel so it's a little bit easier for me. Just reference who I have the highest owned. So in the back here, AJ Allmendinger is my highest owned on FanDuel. What was your cutoff? 7K? I guess we can go a little bit higher. So I mainly have like Ryan Preece. Ty Gibbs, I guess, does not make the cut there. So Ryan Preece and AJ Allmendinger I have a decent amount of. I mean, Dinger at $4,200. I think we have legit top, well, of course, top 20, but top 15, I think, is in the cards for Dinger here. And at $4,200, he gets me in these guys. So, like, if you play one punt on FanDuel, like, you can really pretty much play whoever you want with it. And the FanDuel satellite, you just reminded me, if you guys play on FanDuel, or even if you don't, you should this week for NFL. They have a $5 150 max, $1 million to first, and they will free roll you basically. Now you cannot withdraw this money. It's site credit, but I mean, I'll be playing. It's $750 to max. I'll be playing it throughout the season, or the next week, I should say. So if you want a free shot at $1 million, that's basically the contest you should be in. So $5, 150 max, $1 million the first, and any lineup that you do not cash, they will refund it in a site entry. So I mean, if you ever want a free shot at $1 million, there you go. Now you're probably going to have to do something crazy in there to win it, but it's basically I don't want to say a free roll. That's probably not the right verbiage, but you will get refunded on anything you do not cash in site credit. What's up, Obi? What's up, Coach? Oakley just took him for a walk. He's on his way. Yeah, Oakley was walking me. Who wins, Hamlin? I currently have, I have Denny at the top, Byron, Larson, Reddick, and that's everyone. I mean, that's everyone's top 5. This is the book's top 5. I don't know how it would be your top 5. Chris getting that 4th trimmer out to do his beard, almost done. It's true. Had to replace the blade. Hamlin or Byron for the win? I mean, I can't disagree. It's my top 2 currently. What's up, Sean? Cindric and GPP, he's been really fast on enters. He has. And Cindric's always been a guy that it's so hard for me to click on him for where he starts at these, but then he just kind of runs very, very well. The thing is with Cindric, though, like projection-wise, he is in such a tough spot for like medium projection, like optimizers to get him to, because it just feeds into these guys in the 20s, the 30s, and even below him, Hocevar and Ryan Preece. So if you want to get on somebody that nobody's playing that's shown speed at these tracks this year, it's Austin Cindric, but there's just a lot of downside starting in 10th compared to these guys that start 32nd, 29th that have very, if not similar finishing position potential. Like we have Keselowski at better odds in this race than Cindric, and starts 22 spots further back. Is fading the entire 10K range a death sentence, says Chad? I mean, probably. I'd be very shocked if one of these drivers doesn't get close to 100 points today. And if you're fading all of them, it's not going to be a fun time. The only route I could think is if you're playing Tyler Reddick, of course, and then Chase Briscoe, and then you load up on this 8K range, you can. I just think it's less likely to work out. Aloha to use well, Astra. Good to see you. I'm sure we'll see CJ in a minute. What's up, Tito? Truex to log out? But there was a lot of logging out last year, Tito. A lot. I'm still logged out a little bit. What's up, James? Appreciate that. Ross says Gibbs. I like Gibbs today. It's mainly a price thing for me. He just fits in my lineups kind of nicely with how I want to build. What's up, Nathan? Hi, Chris. Let's keep it going this year. 100K giveaway in the final live. 100K. Jeez. Yes, in the final live stream, we are giving away a house, basically. Now, I appreciate you being here, Nathan. What's up, Alex? You're the must-haves and cash on both sites. Basically the same two. Or same few, I should say. Brad Keselowski, the starting point. Also really like Alex Bowman. Now, up top, it can get a little bit iffy. I personally like the Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney approach, but really any combination of Hamlin with either Byron, Larson, or Blaney is fine. Be my guess. Just whichever fits your lineup the best. But my personal preference, even though projections don't agree with it, it's Hamlin and Blaney. But projections like Hamlin and Larson more. Hopefully that answered your question, Kenneth. Who do I have finishing better better head-to-head? Briscoe versus Reddick. I have Reddick over Briscoe, Blaney over Chastain, Hamlin over Bell, and Byron over Larson there. That one's a tough one. And I appreciate you being here, John. Thank you very much. Blaney today for the win. Yeah, I got the Blaney shirt on, so we're trying to manifest it. Need his revenge from last year. Last race in the spring. 25% Hill, good. No, don't do that. No, Hill is in I don't know, what do you want to call it? The lawnmower of the week. That 66 car, it's very bad. I would not tango with Timmy Hill. Sometimes the guys in the back, they end up having like a 10 to 11 point projection, which, I mean, it's possible. I mean, there's a DNF and they don't pull it over by then. Sure, they have a floor to work with, but their upside is very, very capped. What's up, Faduni? Hope you're enjoying your Labor Day long weekend, for sure. Been a lot of work, but been a little bit smoother today. How I feel about top 10 Bowman at plus 250 and Ryan Preece top 10 at plus 460. Oh, let me see. Bowman top 10. I'm not even. Yeah, not at 250. Ryan Preece top 10. That is 553. That one's a little closer, but never really in on either. The guy from True DFS, Cruz? My man Cruz hates Bubba today? Well, that hurts my heart. I don't really know why we'd hate why we'd hate Bubba Wallace today really much. He was very fast in the spring. He's been very fast at these style of tracks this year. I mean, I honestly think Bubba Wallace should be like around $9,500. He's been very good. He's been, if not better than Tyler Reddick this season. I just think starting in 8th, he's the guy that can get fast laps with the slight potential of dominating. And I thought he was one of the better cars in Group B as well. So I like him. He's not a safe play starting in 8th, but I'm talking like in GPPs, just off of some of that extra place differential chalk that's right below him. I think Bubba Wallace is a pretty solid tournament pivot. I got, I believe, 30% on FanDuel. He's also my main single entry. So I am curious as to why. I think he makes quite a bit of sense, but if you're looking above his Darlington numbers, they're pretty good. I mean, he's got 4 top 10s in 7 race sample size. One of the best average running positions of 10.7. I mean, it's right on par with Logano, right on par with Bell. A little bit worse than Denny Hamlin, William Byron, but that's to be expected. What's up, my 330 buddy? What's up, Aaron? Hopefully all is well. Am I doing any Showdown for NFL this year? I don't know if I'm going to do... I usually do video for like the first Showdown slate, but I don't know. They don't get picked up too much on YouTube for some reason, so I just haven't been doing them, but I love Showdown. I mean, I play on 50 Max pretty much every NFL Showdown slate. I love it. It's been actually probably my most profitable thing besides a couple of classic slates, but I don't know if you mean YouTube. I don't know yet, but of course on my end for protections and stuff, I'll be doing that. What's up, Jay Swift? Keep the good work. I'll try to. Appreciate that. But I'm rocking with a lot of Bell today. How are you? I don't know. I just can't really get the Bell today. I just think Reddick has a much better chance to dominate. I like what I've seen out of Blaney more, Kyle Larson. I gotta cut somebody out. So Chase Elliott, at least on DraftKings, Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell are pretty tough for me to get to. But we're not always gonna agree with everything, so I'll respect it. McDowell GPP hoping for a top 10 with some. I mean, I don't know about a top 10. He definitely doesn't need a top 10 to work out, but if he runs right around 15th, 16th, I don't know about the fast lap thing. Maybe if he pits early off cycle and gets a few fast laps that way, but he could definitely do a little bit better. I feel about Reddick. Reddick, I mean, he's popping quite a bit for me as far as just at his price point. I think the upside is very similar to the guys above him, and you're getting a discount. So he was showing some pretty decent positive leverage for me. Tyler Reddick, that is. Jimmy says, other YouTube channels like Bell, I'm curious why different people can be so different in their point of views. I'm not sure. I mean, everyone's got a different process. I mean, I just compile all the data, look at it on simulations, and I just don't really see how you're getting too much Bell. I don't. Nothing really screams to me to play Bell over the likes of the guys above him, over Tyler Reddick. I think there's less dominator upside. I'm always in on Bell at the shorter tracks for domination, but I don't know, we'll see. We will see. Chris Bell top 3 at plus 350. I'm going to say probably not. Oh, actually at 342. So I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, that just show a little bit of value there for doing. What's up, D-Man? Larson or Byron a secondary dom? I'll go with Kyle Larson there. Byron starts a little bit further back, but I think Larson has a slightly better chance to get up front. And the only concern I have is I have a good chunk of Byron today, but when he does not have like extreme clean air to start the race, like inside the top 5, I don't know. It's hard seeing him like just dig through the field because he's always just in clean air, it seems like. So that's what always worries me when he doesn't start up front. Any Cole Custer popping for you? Cole Custer is not popping for me. Lack of PD there inside the top 20. Austin says Larson has issues. Larson's dash area. He was still in the garage with Hendrick Brass, the NASCAR official. Oh. Huh. Let me see. Let me see if Bob said that. See if he's doing his job. No, nothing. All right, great. Gluck maybe? Gluck doing his job today? No, he was tweeting about IndyCar too. Can't escape IndyCar. Dustin Long, you got anything for me, Dustin? Not really. Man, none of these guys are reporting anything. Austin 23 is my best reporter right now. Let's see. Top 4 cash play. I probably went over that. I'm behind in the chat, so I guess I won't repeat it again. Are Larson's pre-race issues concerning? I mean, I'm not changing my ownership on him. I mean, if it ends up screwing him, whatever, I guess. But I can't change my ownership based off of that. I guess it's more of a personal preference thing for you. Who are like on FanDuel cash after Keselowski? For me, Blaney and Byron are pretty easy to get to. I mean, 2 top 5 contenders. You don't really, I mean, it's nice to have lap lead points on FanDuel, but they don't add up as much, and they could both lead laps at some point. So I took the floor with them. And then Bowman probably fits nicely with it. Bell, Elliott, Blaney, Byron, 9,600 left. I need 2 more. Well, you're not going to have a ton of money left. I would say we're looking in like this range, somewhere around there. I would probably play Stenhouse. And then any combination of, say, like a Nemechek, Dinger, McDowell. I don't know exactly. Do the math in my head. Divided by 2. But somewhere in that range. No cars to the rear per J-Ski as of garage closing Saturday. I'll appreciate that, sir. I guess I didn't even think of looking at J-Ski's Twitter. Happy race day to you as well, Daniels. Lady in the black. Last race here, optimal 118%. Enters average 156%. I'm seeing a 165 cap and tons of rolls. Usual suspect. $2. I agree with you there. Usual suspects in the dominators. I would probably throw Barry and Bubba Wallace in the pool because I think they can dominate. But yeah, basically the usual suspects. Can we trust Larson? Ugh, I don't know. I play him a lot. It seems like all he does is DNF lately. But I'll play him. I'm playing him. You just got to keep doing it. Because when he hits, he hits. When he doesn't, he DNFs. And you know what? That's DFS. That's GPP life. You just got to live with that. But he has a huge ceiling today. Talking 100 points if he can get up front. So, got to be interested. Brad Keselowski, Byron Elliott, Zane Smith, Gillen, and Blaney. Thoughts? Well, I don't love not having one of the drivers up front there, Rashawn. I like those drivers, but I'm not sure if I like them all together. Because if one of Hamlin, Reddick, or Larson goes out there, just dominates the race, I mean, your lineup's fine, but you're really lacking that complete ceiling. What's up, Johnny T? Oh, that reminds me. I forgot. Usually they're first. I did see your message, and I didn't see it when I got back on here. So I do apologize, Johnny. I know you're always the first one there, and I appreciate it. FanDuel Cash, it's pretty simple for me. It's like Blaney, it's Byron, Keselowski, Bowman. Those are basically the sample points for me. And then Blaney just got good at this track recently. Oh, I got you, Philly. Yeah, you're throwing me off with Hamlin. I'm like, I don't know. Hamlin's been pretty good. But yeah, Blaney definitely has historically not been great at Darlington, but every single track he has struggled at, he has gotten better at. Richmond, Dover, Darlington. I mean, he's basically been a contender at all of those by now. So, what's up, Kiefer? What's up, Jonathan? 60% Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Bowman, and Blaney and 5 max. 40% Dinger. 20% everyone else. Would you reduce exposure on any? Thanks for the great content. No problem at all, Jason. I would not. I think that's all really good to me. I mean, the core today is basically Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski, Bowman, and Blaney. And the 40% Dinger I do like. I mean, I don't think he's going to be complete chalk. He's not going to be completely unknown, but I do like him down there. I think Dinger's a pretty interesting play. How do I feel about Jones? I'm not super high on Jones just based off of where he is. I'd rather play Priest. I'd rather play Hocevar. I know he's good here. I mean, he's won here, but one here in the next gen when he was in really good equipment, which was even more impressive. I believe that was the first year, though, when things were a bit more parity as far as just who would win each week. But that's super high on Jones. How I feel about Busch. He showed speed in practice. He did, but Group A definitely had a pretty distinct advantage there. If I pull up the... we pull up the practice here, 1 second. As you can see in the very top, everybody in Group A basically has like the first 10, 11 spots. And then we get the Bubba as the first one in Group B. Chastain, Byron, that's when these guys start to pop their heads in. But if you were in Group A, it's kind of hard to look at their practice too much. Now, I would obviously group it between how they were in groups. So if you look at Group A versus Group B, I mean, Kyle Busch is fun. I think he'll be like a top 15-ish guy, but he is like the hardest driver to trust in the field. Him and Noah Gragson, who just so happen to be next to... Honestly, these might be the 4 hardest drivers to trust in the field. Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, Kyle Busch, and Carson Hocevar. Shoot, even Nemechek. He's pretty tough as well. But I'd be very careful about looking at straight up practice speeds if you were in Group A, because you're just going to look like you're amazing. Like McDowell, Haley, Dinger, all those guys. Definitely got quite a bit of a bump, so I'd be pretty careful with practice. No Larson again this week. John Nemechek is my underdog, says Koo. Bowman has a solid night, top 15 finish. I sure hope he does. I'll have a good amount of Bowman. I have had a Bowman and Bubba Wallace fetish this year, basically. I play them every single week. I think they're underpriced every single week. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Tonight feels like another good night for that. What's up, Scott? GBP single entry, DraftKings, Hamlin, Larson, Blaney, Dinger, Ty Dillon, and Gibbs. Yeah, 3 studs up top. Hamlin, Larson, double dom there. Blaney could also be a hybrid dom. Dinger, yeah, I don't think that looks bad at all. Even fitting Ty Gibbs in there as well. I'm kind of surprised that it all fits, but I guess it's Ty Dillon's doing it. But as long as you hit your doms, Ty Dillon really doesn't matter too much anyway. Thoughts on Cindric and Haley? I just can't. I can't do it. I think they are going to run fine. It's just the floor for a single entry is really not something I'm going to be too comfortable with. I think you can get different pretty much doing something else. DraftKings single entry, Reddick or Blaney. Reddick definitely has more positive leverage than Blaney. What's up, Jeff? Got excited watching your NFL video just now. Appreciate that, sir. Chastain or Busher, FanDuel single entry. Also, Priest or Jones on, I'm assuming on FanDuel. I'm going to go Ryan Priest over Eric Jones. Chastain and Busher's a little bit closer. Let me double check projections there. I think Ross is projected better. If we're talking FanDuel still. Yeah, Ross. Yeah, it is Ross. Not by much, but. Jones or Gibbs? I'll go with Ty Gibbs there. Nemechek or Stenhouse? I'm going to go with Mr. Ricky. Good luck to you as well, sir. No problem at all. Jimmy says, I guess the links don't work on YouTube. Which one? In the pin comment, does that not work? Buy him for the win? It's possible. We'll see, though. I've been calling him Clean Air Billy. See if he gets clean air at some point. Larson or Blaney on DraftKings. Larson's predicted slightly higher, more dominator upside. D-Man says they couldn't find that $5 contest. Oh, that's for NFL, D-Man. It's not Philly. It's like got 600,000 people. You're still good. But not for NASCAR tonight. How about them Knowles? I'll be honest, I don't really watch college football much. I watched the ending of Ohio State because I'm an Ohio State fan. We got the Ohio State Cup. But that was about it. That was not a high-scoring game by any means. Busher Bowman single entry. I'll go with Alex Bowman there. My friend said if I ever talk good about Florida State, also will never talk to me again. So I can't mention it. Who's my favorite? 7,200 or less on FanDuel. For me, that's gonna be Ty Gibbs, and we're right at the 72 mark. Zane or Gilly Gang? That one's close in projection. My head wants to tell me Zane, but I'm not sure if that's. Yeah, it's Zane there. Bowman is terrible at Darlington. He's pretty good at high turbo tracks in general. Now he has had some DNFs, but I'm perfectly fine with Alex Bowman. I am not leaving much salary, AJ. I'm pretty much using all the salary I can get because I need those dominators in my lineup. Thoughts on Dinger? I like Dinger. I actually have 20% of him on FanDuel, which seems like a lot, but it makes things fit. Chastain or Wallace? I'm going to go with Bubba there. Stenhouse is scary, but it seems way under-owned. With so many cautions, it could be quick jump in. I don't think Stenhouse is going to be under-owned. I think it's going to be pretty chalky today. Just trying to get to cheap plays. You got to play them just to fit in these guys, and Stenhouse starting in 35th kind of always just sticks out. Amy says, I tried to sign up, but couldn't confirm my email. Yeah, it's something I do have to fix, of course. Like I said, there's going to be bugs. If you do try to confirm your email, it takes you to a dead page currently. I got to fix the redirect, but it works. You just have to back out, and it does confirm your email doing that. It just takes you to a dead page afterwards. I believe that's if you're on mobile. Thoughts on Justin Haley? I want to play Justin Haley, but starting in 13th just makes it so hard because he's actually really not that bad here. But I don't trust the absolute best card in practice though. I think that's a bit that's some buffoonery, I believe. Am I following the Dukes? Asked Eric. I think I looked at this week 1 score. I don't know what happened in week 2 though. I don't know, but I kind of do. I always forget though. A little busy. But I saw that one week 1. That's all I saw though. I'm not in love with Eric Jones. It's one of those things where he's priced right beside these guys with more place differential that have the same exact upside. Stuff to get to. And I like Ty Gibbs a little bit more right below him too. Who do I like for cash in the 6K and 5K range? Yeah, in cash games, Noah Gregson. Basically Ricky Stenhouse is like my favorite cashy plays. If you're not in cash, I do like these 3 as pivots right there. McDowell or Allmendinger, I'll go with AJ Allmendinger. What's up, Spreader? Best AK and under on FanDuel. Single lineup, not named Bowman. Under 8K. For me, it's Ty Gibbs, I believe. Should be. Priest might be very close. Let me check. Yeah, it is Ty Gibbs, but barely. Ryan Priest is right on his heels. Last man in, McDowell, Nemechek, or Gilliland. McDowell, Nemechek, or Gilliland. I have McDowell slightly higher. What's up, Brett? Oh, I just answered your question. Gregson, Stenhouse, Gilliland, or Nemechek. Oh man, very nice. I'm gonna go with Stenhouse there though. He's just the cheapest. Sorry, something popped up on me. Michael says, can't wait for the NFL live streams. You're the best. Yeah, unfortunately, no NFL live streams. I think other people have that market cornered a bit. It'll be fun though, but we'll have the NFL videos every week. You got it off Bianchi? Oh, I didn't even think about following Bianchi. He has some interesting attire choices. So I'll say. How I feel about Ross? I went to Bubba personally, and if man, it is storming very bad. If we lose power, just a heads up. When it storms here pretty bad, sometimes I lose power and I feel my window just getting destroyed. But I have a lot more Bubba, more Logano personally, so I didn't really get the Chastain. Hello, Miss Jules. So excited for your new website. Appreciate that. Looks amazing. Good luck, everyone, and go Blenny. Yeah, go Blenny. Got the shirt on today. Hopefully we can take home the win. What's up, Rickster? Sad day for the end of YouTube Live, for sure. But that means NFL is back, and that's the good thing. Can't wait for NFL. We got NASCAR going on, NFL. Always a good time. Appreciate you being here, sir. I'm going to go with AJ Allmendinger there, LD. What's up, Demetrius? What randomness do I recommend? I do 10% on FanDuel, because if I do more than 10% on FanDuel, projections are so close over there with the way their scoring is, it just goes haywire. For DraftKings, I typically use 25%. And then as far as the dominators are concerned, it's basically the usual suspects. I mean, these guys, I'll just highlight who I would put in the dominator pool. Am I missing somebody? I thought. Oh, I guess I already clicked on Josh Berry. Okay. That is the dominator pool. You're going to want at least 2 of these guys. Now, using projections, there's no way these guys won't pop up in every single lineup. So you really shouldn't have to worry about it. But if you want to be double safe, that's what you do. Great. Jose Soriano scored better than Hunter Brown and Skewball. So good. Oh, jeez. That sounds horrible. Yeah, I was... MLB, I don't know what happens in MLB. I was on Sunday. I'm too much going on for me as far as NASCAR is, especially when NFL starts. What are the Larson pre-race issues? Someone said something with the dashboard, but it sounds like he's fine. Busher Bubba last spot on FanDuel. Me personally, I went Bubba just for the GPP appeal. I think it's way more likely we see Bubba Wallace in the top 10 than Kyle Busch. How I feel about Busher. Busher is not someone I really got to. I have a lot of Bubba right there. And then right below him, I have a lot of Bowman and Keselowski, Osvar, Priest, those guys. So you just didn't really get filtered in my lineups. I'm going to double check here when lock is. I don't want to miss it. And I will not be able to go till lock. I got to finalize my lineups, but looks like... All right, 6 p.m. If you guys play on FanDuel, they started highlighting in green what you're winning when you don't have any contests live, and it scares me every single time. I will never forget my first stochastic live stream I did. I missed lock because I forgot FanDuel locked early, so that was horrible. Byron Reddick or Hamlin Elliott for DraftKings GBP. I'm gonna go with Byron Reddick there. I think there's more dominator upside between the two of them. What's up, RB? Best drivers for DraftKings single entry. Well, if you're trying to get away from the chalk and still get that dominator upside, I think Tyler Reddick's a pretty good candidate for that. Also, really like Bubba Wallace, Ty Gibbs. Those are some of the guys I'm getting to. Appreciate you dropping dimes. I'm gonna go with. Oh boy. I think there's more positive leverage overall in the Reddick and Gibbs lineup. Is 20% Barry on DraftKings too much, Sean? I mean, not for you because you love Josh Berry, but I couldn't personally play Josh Berry at 20%. Seems like a bit much. What is my suggested max exposure for 20 max? 20 max, I tend to get a little bit more aggressive than I do in 150 builds because I'm trying to hit my tighter core. I would say probably around 60-70% of my absolute favorite guys. Try to send a DraftKings bag builder link, but that didn't work. Yeah, YouTube's very iffy on what they... I know sometimes I used to do the PayPal contest thing and people would try to come with their PayPal, but it automatically gets deleted. And then one guy thought I was stiffing him on the prize, and I just couldn't see his comment because it always kept getting deleted. What's up, King? Top guys for FanDuel. Byron, Blaney really stand out to me. Bowman, Brett Keselowski, basically the same thing as DraftKings. Although in DraftKings, I drop Blaney and Byron down a peg and upgrade Reddick, Hamlin, Larson, because I think there's a little bit more dominator potential with them. Kyle Busch thoughts on DraftKings GPP. I mean, he's not a priority for me. I just can't really trust Kyle Busch at all. Like, at all. And with him not being in the playoffs, Austin Dillon is. Of course, there's going to be more resource and more of a focus on the 3 car. Outright winner. I mean, I have Hamlin at the very top, but it's nothing I would bet. I mean, it showed slight positive there when he was at 500, but it's not enough for me to really trigger anything. I am not playing any Suarez. Awesome guy says, website is great, man. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate that. Is Briscoe going overlooked? Well, I have not gotten one Briscoe question yet. Not one. You were the first one, and we were in almost an hour into the stream, so probably is getting overlooked. I was kind of concerned I had his ownership projection a little bit too low, but based off of your guys' feedback, maybe it's right. It's just no real Briscoe buzz. Is Logano okay? Yeah. I have about 20-ish% Logano. On FanDuel, that is. A little bit lower I'd have on DraftKings. Tell CJ I said what's up. I'll go with the Ricky over Gregson. Gregson wrecks every single week. I mean, sure, there's some upside with him, but more often than not, he has wrecked in a race this year. I could not play Ware on FanDuel, Philly. The time to play Ware was last week. The Daytona Summer Race is always the Cody Ware Invitational, basically, for my lineups, but I X'd them out in FanDuel today. So, because on FanDuel, if you don't have all of your guys at least competing for the top 20 at the very least, really the top 15, you're basically dead. Depending on what kind of contest you're in, of course, but good luck to you as well, Amy. What's up, Mom? Did not see your message earlier. I'm sorry, but what's up? And yeah, good luck on. I know you want Joey to win. Unfortunately, I'm rooting for Blaney today, so maybe you can give me this one. Casey says he just left the pits and talk along pit row as Larson is fast, and Blaney's long run speed is fire. I believe that for sure. Yeah, Blaney Larson. I mean, you can easily do that combination today, for sure. And Blaney's long run speed has been his bread and butter this year. So even if he doesn't fire off super well, this is I love these tire wear tracks because it's really fun to watch lap times, watch the data come in, and you can really see who starts falling off after certain points and who really starts kicking it on. And then once you do a few pit cycles on that, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little nerdy there, but it's very fun to watch, at least in my opinion. It's more fun than actually watching the race. I just watch the lap times come in. It's my own personal game. Todd Gillen, number one. Number one for what? Oh, saw your comment snips. Congrats. I think you said you won 3K last week. I think that was you. I don't know, or something about getting second. Either way, it was definitely a shout out. Sounding like way too much. Oh, sounding way too much like here weather power wise West Texas. Now you're sad. I know you said you're in Texas before. I've actually never been in Texas. I've never even stepped foot in Texas. I've only been, especially living wise, I've only been in Ohio and Florida. But I know Texas has their plenty of power issues, that's for sure. Is Logano a viable low-owned pivot that can actually place top 5? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a track that it's a driver's track. You can't really hide talent here. Like by the end of the race, especially for the green flag run, I mean, if it's really hard to hide here. I mean, it's Darlington will eat you up and spit you out, and usually the cream rises to the top. Is Zane and Dinger enough PD upside, or do you need a Gilly, or do you need Gilly in 28 to have more PD? No, you absolutely don't need Gilly by any means. I think they're perfectly fine. What we could do in the private contest, it's just, it was very time consuming for me, especially when we did all the invites and the other stuff for me. So it was easy for me just to focus on doing the content and the other extracurriculars. I know you guys liked it. I do apologize, but it was just getting a bit much. If that's what you're talking about. Like I remember I'd have the YouTube comment contest and I'd have to reply to like 200 comments and it was just taking up too much time for me because I like to reply to everybody. So Denny Larson, Barry, Brad, Priest, and Gilly. So we got Denny Larson as that's Sean. Denny Larson up top, Barry, which I'm not even going to try to talk to you about Barry. Brad, Priest, and Gilly. Yeah, I mean, that looks solid. I'm actually kind of surprised that some of Gilly's finishes here. Ask me on Twitter, AJ. Do you like Hocevar this week? I do, but I like him less than Priest, Keselowski, and Bowman. So it's kind of hard to get to a lot of him. I have some slight exposure to him, but he didn't make any single entries or hand builds 3 max type contests for me. What's up, Gab? Hopefully you enjoyed your time in Florida. I would do 25% randomness on DraftKings, Demetrius, 10% on FanDuel. I didn't really get to too much at Busher at all, Scott. I actually don't know if I even got to him in my 20 max. I don't know if I still have my build saved or not. Yeah, I do. Let's see. I guess I had 15% in the 20 max. It's more than I thought, actually. I was thinking I had 10%. So 10-50% is kind of where I'd lie. Hocevar versus Gibbs. That is a great question, actually. I have Ty Gibbs slightly. Man, my stuff likes Ty Gibbs too much, I think. Priest, Jones, or Suarez over any Zane Smith? Yeah, I'd go Ryan Priest there, 76. Ryan Preece has been a top 10 machine all season long. Gibbs said, Florida gave me a staph infection. I don't know if you touch. Well, I am sorry about that. I saw the picture. It didn't look too fun. I'm not missing much if I haven't gone to Texas. Yeah, I've never even stepped foot in the state, I don't think. I don't even know if I've had a layover in Texas. Not that I think of. I don't think so, Steven. I don't have any Austin Dillon. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't have any though. Blaney Kess, Reddick, Stenhouse, Hamlin on FanDuel. See, I just really don't have the punts too much. Like the one I punted, the only guy I punted with on FanDuel was basically AJ Allmendinger. But I usually tend to avoid those guys that I think just finished 30th on FanDuel. Appreciate that, Philly. Appreciate you being active in chat too. Lots in Kyle Busch ownership to everyone below him. He finished 10th in spring. Yeah, and like I said, Darlington's one of those tracks that'll eat you up and spit you out if you have a lack of talent. Kyle Busch does not have a lack of talent. Now, of course, he is a bit washed these days, but I mean, I'm going to blame his car or the next-gen car more so than anything. He's still a talented driver. It's just, and the issue is I'm giving up more PD, and I trust Brad Keselowski more than Kyle Busch personally. I mean, Alex Bowman's shown a lot of speed this year. He's tough to get to. He's actually, Kyle Busch is in my FanDuel Optimal. I did not play it. I was actually kind of surprised to see him in there. I did make a pivot to Bubba Wallace. I had the money for it, so that's what I did. Cindric has actually shown quite a bit of speed at the intermediates this year. I don't think he'll dominate in starting intent. That does scare me, especially with all the PD. He'll be very low, though. If you're trying to get just completely different and not just be unique, I mean, playing Cindric's one of those ways to do it because there is so much. He's in the PD sandwich right there. Yep, see you then, Astro. I'll be here for NFL, so if you ever do NFL and stuff, I will be here. Yep, see you in Discord, Rick. Should be a fun one tonight. Yeah, I would be too, Snips. It's awesome, man. For sure. Bob picked Larson to win as well with his long shot was Barry. I mean, Bob just, all of his NASCAR stuff gets buried on my feed now. I was like, this is IndyCar. I even seen him do Formula One stuff or was it this week or last week? I'm like, goodness. We've lost a good man. Reddick or Bubba to be in the optimal lineup? I hope so. I have a good chunk of both. We'll see though. I mean, maybe, I think I wrote my article for us. I was talking up, I wrote up Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace, and I said, just be fair warned. I'm sure NASCAR's attorneys planted something, and their cars will just randomly blow up, or their brakes will go out and not work. So if you're on the conspiracy side of things, be careful of the Toyotas. Give me one reason I shouldn't play Ross today, says Gab. Well, you love Ross so much, I hate to talk you out of Ross, you know. But I played Bubba more, played Logano. It's tough to get to. No problem at all, Lena. Appreciate that. Says, for the work league, I had to pick outside the top 16 Go Busher. Oh, we'll see. He's not really a super high guy for me in DFS today, but I know you. I think you. I don't know if you get to use multiple drivers over the course of the year or not. I forget. Appreciate that spread. Maybe Larson will wreck to benefit Blaney today. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll come full circle and it'll help him out. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that, Casey. I mean, I would do the same thing. I mean, throw a bunch of money at me, I'll start talking IndyCar probably. I don't blame him. But me personally, selfishly, I miss him. All right, I think I'll cut up the chat. I have 20 minutes. I still got to build some lineups here. So if there's any last second direct questions, this is my last live stream of the year, so I will miss you all. Still be doing the videos. I'll be here for NFL too, but last NASCAR live stream of the season. It was a fun year. Part of the year. We still have the playoffs going, but it was definitely fun. But yeah, locks at 6. DraftKings lock. Pretty sure it's a little bit after that. Let me double check. So yeah, 6:03. So only 3 minutes. But it's gonna be a long race tonight. Very, very long. Yeah, good luck to you as well, hockey. That shows hopefully why it allows online sports betting in 2026. We only go through friend things. Oh yeah, I guess I never even thought about if it was legal there in Hawaii. I don't even know if DFS is legal in Hawaii, actually. Hopefully. Yeah, appreciate you, Steve. Ryan says Reddick, Larson, Blaney, Gibbs, Dingers. I think that looks awesome for a GPP. I mean, Reddick's a great GPP play, just off some of that ownership up top. No problem at all, Scott. Thank you for being here. I couldn't do live streams if you guys weren't here, so you guys are more important than me. For real. Appreciate you, Marcus. I do like him, Tito. What do you have him for ownership? I believe I had him upper 20s, like projected ownership, I think. Last question, do you think it's feasible to use Blaney and Byron in the lineup? Yes, but I would try to get somebody up front if I could. I mean, it's possible it could work out. Like if Larson and Hamlin trade and then one of those two takes over, maybe they don't score enough, but I like having one of those guys up front. Haley Bowman or Gibbs Dinger for DraftKings GPP? I'll go with Gibbs and Dinger there. Just like the combo better overall. Appreciate you, Clint. Right back at you. No, I'm not getting Tito. You're stuck with Tito for however long he stays there. If he stays there long enough, I think you can claim him on taxes after a certain amount of time. So maybe you should root for that. Yeah, appreciate you, Casey. Appreciate you all. I'm going to hop out of here. If I missed your question at any point, I do apologize. It wasn't on purpose. But appreciate y'all. Hopefully you have a great rest of the season. Great start to NFL. And I will see you guys then. But appreciate y'all very much.